Good morning, everybody. Bill Kerbox, and I am an EXP agent, as all of you probably are. If you don't mind, could you mute yourselves, please? Or I'll mute all of you guys. Okay, great. So obviously we found a lot of you on the KVCore website in Workplace. A little background: I've been on KVCore for about 12 years. And I know there's, some people love it, some people don't love it. Most people don't really have, they don't take the time to use it to the level that they could. But today we're going to talk about a new application. I'm going to actually show you the video because I actually broke the news before EXP did. And I was at the Las Vegas event, our EXP Con. So I'm going to start right off with that. I'm going to go to the video here. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to optimize this. So what we're going to see here in a couple of seconds is the Lori, can you see everything we're doing here? Could you unmute and just make sure we're okay here? Lori Gilland. Okay. Is there anybody, can you guys confirm you're seeing the 360 home video here in Vimeo?
I can see it. I'm on my phone and I'm going to be in my car shortly, so I'm going to still watch.
That's fine. Thank you very much.
Perfect.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and play this video now. This is from KVCore, so there's it's kind of direct, but here we go.
Great. I'd like to introduce you guys to 360 Home. This is a consumer-facing app. We are launching today at EXPcore, and we click, okay, got it. This is 360 Home. So it is an iPhone, iOS, Android app that you'll have for your consumer-facing. Let me click into it. Your consumers will download it. They'll be able to launch it. They'll sign in, and they'll see you as their agent. So the first thing they'll be able to do when they sign in is they can add their address, and guess what? We'll give them their home valuation. Similar to other apps on the market, it's very popular for consumers to want to go in and know, hey, how much is my property worth? But unlike other apps on the market, we don't give you a computer algorithm. We don't say, here's your address, here's what it's worth. We do it like an agent does. So if I go to Bill here and I say, hey, what's my property worth? You know what Bill is going to do? He's going to go and do a CMA. He's going to pull up comparables for me. This is what the app does. So John here is going to put in his address, and it's going to say, hey, look, your property is worth $980 to $1.1 million. Here's the comparables in the network that is worth that property. I can go in as a consumer and say, look, this 2217 1800 East Street, this one's whack. I don't want it. It is no good. It's going to say, no, that is not a good comparison, and it's going to readjust the comparable for my property. So that's one great feature of this home. We're also included our KVCore special market reports that you get all the time. It's built into this app. We also have an app-based search. So here I can go in as my consumer. I can click search. I can search by area, address, city, neighborhood. I can say, hey, okay, here we go. Here's my city. It's a GPS map-based search. I can go in and say, hey, here's the listings available. I can say, okay, which ones are new, which ones are price reduced, 3, 2, or whatever. The cool thing here, different from any other search, is we said, let's approach this as an agent would. So if Bill here's my agent, and I said, hey, my budget is $900,000. Bill here, being a good agent, would be like, if I find you a listing that's 901, 902, 903, would you want to see it? Bill would say yes, because Bill's a great agent. So we've approached that same thing with a search. If I put my budget in, it's $900,000. Here's my max. It's going to tell me, if you increase it slightly, here's another additional 12 listings. If I increase my minimum bedrooms or my minimum bathrooms slightly, here's additional listings, right? The other thing we're doing, which is very different from searches on the market, where if I went to another property search site and I said, this house has to have a view, a pool, and a 2-car garage, it's going to filter my listings to ones that have a view, a pool, and a 2-car garage. That's all it's going to show me. What we do with KVCore and what we do with 360 Home is we do an end-or. So preferences versus requirements. Requirements will show me listings that only have those 3. Preferences will say, hey, look, here are all the listings that have those 3, but by the way, this only has these 2 or this 1. And it's going to tell you, look, only 20% of houses have like, you know, a pool in this neighborhood. And I can go there and I can say, hey, here's the search. Here's my list. Here are all the properties. Guess what? Look, my agent is there on every single listing. They can chat with me. It'll attach the listing automatically. It'll send it to KVCore. My agent will have a notification through the KVCore app. And here I go. So let me go to listing. Here's the listing. I can scroll through the pages. I can get the property information. I can talk to my agent. So everything, just like KVCore, we're on the KVCore agent website. I'm seeing every listing my client views, everything they save, every search they create. On the app, it's doing the exact same. Plus, they get to chat with me. So if they're excited about this listing, they can attach it, send it right to me, and here we go, off I go. So this is coming to EXP exclusively on, end of the year, and off we go. It's called 360 Home.
So let me get away from there and get back to sharing. So here's what we know so far. The app was sent to me. It wasn't sent because of any status that I have with the company. And I was able to download it onto my phone. Unfortunately, the version that I have, which is quite early, a friend of mine is the rep for KVCore. And he said that most other agents, now it is an EXP exclusive. They've named it. Glenn named it. That was his choice, 360 Home. Other agents or users of KVCore with other companies will have a similar tool. Of course, they didn't announce that from the stage. They also didn't announce any kind of a date. They made it appear, from my perspective, that it was already available and it was going to be great. So here's what I know. I'm from California, even though I live here in Daytona Beach. I've got the app now. It's very clunky to open up. I was very enamored with the value that the app offers in about 4 or 5 different ways. The first one is the ability to deliver that mobile app to a potential client or a past client prospect for marketing, because unlike traditional apps, sellers and buyers, they're busy. They're going to Zillow, they're going to Redfin, they're going to Trulia. They really don't want another app, right? They really don't want another thing that they've got to sign up for. So as I understand it, when you have the KVCore 360 app, you will be able to deliver that to a seller, buyer, client, prospect, that they will be able to use that directly from that link you send, but also they can download the app and it will connect it to you. So from my early test, when I went to find an agent, it pulled up a list. So it requires that the person that's doing it, choose their agent, which was not my understanding. When I saw the demo, it seemed to me that when you have the link, it was already branded to you. So that's one of these pieces that I'm going to want to watch. But the value of the KVCore app in today's market as a marketing tool has a lot of opportunities, and it will require that the agents, you guys, all of us, be able to articulate the values so that someone will take action. I see it as a great marketing piece, and I'm going to jump ahead of myself and let you know that I own a digital ad agency, and we do video and lead generation and funnels. But for my monthly clients, we've been doing a lot of successful mail. We design a very unique mailer. It's all about the QR code. It's not a secondary thing. You find it on the back, or it's as small as a postage stamp. The whole card is about that QR code. And right now, believe it or not, where we're taking that is directly into the neighborhood report. So I'm going to actually hopefully be able to show you that. Let me see in the chat real quick. Okay, everybody is doing that. Okay, very good. Let me go here to screen share. We'll go up here. We'll try this again. So I'm going to show you the links that we are doing right now in KVCore. I'm hoping you can all see the screen. So and many of you guys may know this, and many you may not. There are two aspects of the offerings that I use for marketing for KVCore, and that's the 3 home values in 1 second. It's fabulous. It works very quick. And the neighborhood report. And the neighborhood report is found in areas you serve. It's a bunch of links. And so this is, for example, one of my clients in Coral Gables. This is what that neighborhood report looks like. But what we found is that it has great data, information. It's very sexy in that they get it without having to sign up. They'll have plenty of chance once they start clicking around. But if you, right now, we're talking about what we used to do. We used to send the mailers out with the neighborhood report. So Coral Gables neighborhood report, they swipe their phone over their mailer card, and this is where they go. And so you have no connection with that person with the way that it's going here until they start looking around at data. So I'm actually going to do that in real time. So as I take a look at here and I want to start clicking, pretty soon it is going to ask for me to either save the search or it's going to ask for my information. But the thing that I like best about it, it gives them an opportunity to see the overview of the market. So from this neighborhood report, without them signing in, they can get an overview. And by the way, I articulate that this data is updated live every 15 minutes. I believe that's true. It gives them an idea of their market area and how the market's doing. This is new listings versus reductions, foreclosure, short sales, and from here you can get additional information. The reason I'm showing you that, when the mobile app comes out, I think a very powerful opportunity for marketers in using mail is going to be to make that branded app a QR code. Let me share here, a QR code link that is on the mailer. Let me see. I think I might even have an example of that. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can share an example of that mailer right now. So let's see here. Okay, so this is an example of one of our mailers, right? So we put in, this happens to be a video mailer because we made 2 versions, one video for social media and the other for print. But on the card, and you can actually try this if you want right now. If you've got a phone, go ahead and scan that. But we found that because this looks more focused on something they're not used to seeing. They're used to seeing just listed, just sold, look at me, blah, 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 happy Thanksgiving, right? Sellers really, frankly, that's not what they want. They want information about what's happening within. This happens to go to a funnel. But if this were going to the mobile app or the neighborhood report, it's going to give them a lot of information, and that you can also articulate to the seller, the neighbor, that they can just keep that with what's going to open up the neighborhood report right on their phone. So we like to show them how to do it. But I'm predicting that if the mobile app is identifiable by a link that will be already branded, sending it out via mail before everybody else is going to be a very, very powerful tool. I will say, in all honesty, one of the things that we're finding right now that is critical with pretty much all platforms is a funnel. Now, there's lots of companies out there that are doing funnels. You pay for it and you get in there and you got to build a funnel and figure it all out. One of the things that we have done is we've actually created the funnel for you. And we have created, for example, a seller's guide, which you're going to see here in a second, that is all connected. It's an 18-month follow-up program. And what we've done is connect KVCore all throughout the program. So what happens if a client, a prospect goes into your KVCore for the home value right now, you'll never see them again, because it's only collecting their address. It's not turning it, you can't email, you can't do anything to the client. It's not getting their name. It's not getting anything. So what we figured is that we'll create the funnel and we'll offer them more than just the home value. So when they opt in for instant access to the funnel, which offers them 3 home values, it offers them information and articles about preparing their home for sale, and information about pieces that are very critical to sell their product. And the difference is, once they're in the funnel, they immediately get a text message, text over email, big deal, that will have a link, and they can go, and now we've already got them. So when they put in their home value tool, they're going to get it, but it's part of the bigger picture. The other piece on that, I think I can probably show you that here, is, let's see here. We go to the Malibu Seller's Guide. So during the process, so let's just do this together. Let's compare a traditional follow-up system versus a funnel, a true funnel. The follow-up system with a home value tool, and let's talk about Zillow. By the way, Zillow is probably already prospecting to your sellers, 100%. Most sellers have gone there, they've gotten a value, they've got your information, and they're sending you monthly updates on your home value. Keyword is same thing. Redfin, Trulia, they're all doing the same thing. They're just giving you values. Here's the difference between that and a funnel. First of all, we are, of course, using text message and video drop. But when a seller, see, we found that someone coming in for a home value, they may be 15 months, 12 months, 6 months, 9 months out. They don't want to be pounded. So putting them in a funnel rather than a drip campaign that just keeps telling them how much their home is worth or not, we deliver the data through text message, because we got them, and each article is custom written for the agents in our funnels, and we talk about topics that are important, like home staging, right? That happens to be close to me. I was one of the pioneers of home staging 25 years ago in Malibu. But on each of these pages, you can click on the link, and what you're going to see is you go right into KVCore. Okay. And you also have another link that you can schedule an appointment right through the funnel. And this is while you're getting the information. And of course, it's all branded for you, or a text now button, which is all connected. So we think that if the mobile app is easily identifiable and branded for you as a link, or you can create that, that will be a great tool to use on social media, on mail, and literally calling up and delivering it via text message to as many clients as you possibly can. Is the calendar attached to Calendly? No, we have our own calendar app built into our funnel. This is obviously something that we sell. This is not a selling event. I'm just telling you what we're doing for our clients, the high-end clients across the country. We're building seller funnels. It comes with a website. It comes with all of the integration, and it works with them for 18 months. And what's cool about it, when a prospect gets a text message with an article about pros and cons, the system calls you on the phone and says, hey, Bill, Lori is reading your text about home staging. Press 1 to talk to her. So during that 18 months, the funnel is actually doing the follow-up for you. You don't have to figure that out. I talked to an agent the other day, and I said, well, how are you? He's on Commissions Inc. It's very similar, Chime, Commissions Inc. KVCore, they have a lot of similar features. How are you following up? Well, yeah, I'm trying to call them and email them. What a nightmare. How are you going to do that? And you don't want something that looks canned. So anyway, do we have any questions? Yes, it could be Calendly, but there'd be no reason for it to be Calendly. The bottom line, I'm answering, Barbara's asking a question. Can our calendar app that's built into our funnel use Calendly? I guess it could. It's really all the same. It's going to schedule an appointment on your Google Calendar, or if you're using Yahoo or other calendars, you can do it. And Calendly is great. Don't get me wrong. We just integrated it into our funnel. Have any of you, while I've got you guys here, have you got the mobile app yet? Have any of you been able to download it? Okay, no takers on that. Does anybody have any questions other than what we've covered? And I will jump back in and tell you a couple other quick things. Oh, you have got it, Michelle. Michelle, have you used it? Do you want to, would you be willing to talk a little bit about that? Would you unmute and tell us about that? Hi.
Hi, hi, Bill.
Yeah.
I downloaded, didn't get it really exploring and using much, but except I see the home value of my home.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool that it showed the comps, how they come up with that
Fabulous.
price or estimate price.
Yeah.
So that's the cool part.
Yes.
I didn't get a chance. I just downloaded yesterday, so I didn't get a chance to really exploring the app yet. That's why I'm here today to learn more.
Well, you know, I'm kind of like, I've been pioneering this thing about lead generation for many 10 years before people were even talking about it. And I used to use home valuation tools. And the problem is that they've been on home value buttons have been on agent websites since before God was born, and people don't use them. How many bedrooms and all that. The fact of the matter is this new platform built into the mobile app has some great features, but it's just like anything else. When you've got to market it, you've got to build images that articulate the value of that mobile app. And you can't just have a thing here, click here to get my mobile app. No, they're not going to use it. When you make a video ad or an ad and you're able to articulate how cool it is. Hey, let's just say you get it on the big 7 social media, and let's say it's not video, video would be better, but you have an image of you holding the phone looking in, and you say, comes with 3 different home evaluations. You can change the number, you can follow the trends and articulate the value proposition. That's the truth with everything, right? And people normally, in my experience, don't do that. And so one of the things that I do as a Kerbox Media is we love creating beautiful content, and we try and make them all video if we can. And video is something that obviously, not enough people are using it. It's funny because I went to I went to Tom Ferry 4 years before he did his first video, and he couldn't hear a word I said. He wasn't interested. Oh, that's good, Barbara. So you got the app and it looks consumer facing. Would you be willing to talk about that for a second? Just give us your initial impressions.
Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so at first, when I downloaded the app, it said, select your agent. I had a list of agents. It's like, well, that's not me. And so it said, don't see your agent, click here. Well, then when I clicked here, now I'm there 2 times. I'm like, okay, which of me do I choose? I don't know why I'm there twice. That would be something.
Well, I couldn't find me in there once, so you owe me.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. So yeah, I see myself in there, and I guess I don't know if. Okay, it's the consumer. This is a consumer-facing app. This isn't for me to use.
No, this is a consumer app. That's
Yeah.
the beauty of it.
Yeah.
But here's the deal. If it requires that the client to do something, to find you and all that, that's not good. I was explained that the opportunity was that it would be a link that would take to the branded site and they would have a choice to download it or just use it as is. If you have to go and choose your agent, can you imagine somebody's had a couple cocktails, they picked the wrong agent, right? And the whole thing's a disaster and they don't feel good about it. It has to be simple. So it's cool, Barbara and Michelle, that you guys have both got this. I'm very anxious to see how it goes. I loved the fact that it, in addition to the valuation, it gives you the comps. I think that's very important. We as agents gotta be smart, right? We can't play the old game. And by the way, side note, now's a great time to build your business. Don't wait until you're broke in February, right? Get to work right now. It's a great time to get out there. I'm actually doing a 5 a.m. live stream on all channels, all 7 channels on Saturday, 5 a.m. about how to build your business over the holidays. I'm not selling anything with any of these things, but I can tell you I've been around in real estate for 39 years and I've sold the big stuff. And I've got a pretty good idea on how to support people. I can tell you this, during COVID, there were a couple of EXP agents that had access, like I do, to go live on LinkedIn. We are live on LinkedIn right now and Facebook and YouTube and recording. But he went on when everybody thought that they were gonna never make another dime. And he helped agents, right? It wasn't selling a thing. And it was very powerful. So I'm trying to do the same thing right now over the holidays. People are trying to adjust to the changes in the market. I know it's had an impact on a lot of my clients' ability to, support what they do. It's not a time to pull back. It's a time to get out there and talk to people. And I will close with this. I'm out literally. I create these print to video postcard. I mean, these are actually a business card. And then I'm actually going into neighborhoods. Well, I'm doing this for me because I'm actually, and I'm buying a house here in Florida, but I'm dropping these off on porches. And when the clients go there, it's a video of me and my family talking. You touch there to call us and we're going to write an offer. And I made the small one too. But can you imagine if you get motivated because you've got something of value, and if you put the QR code for the mobile app on this, and you get out and you start talking to people, and I think it could be a really great tool. Any other questions, calls, concerns? Anybody have anything they want to share?
So I do, if anybody else doesn't.
Please.
Okay, so I'm just going through the app, and one of the things it asks, I'm setting, I'm acting like a consumer.
Yeah.
And one of the things it asked after my home valuation, which looked pretty accurate, is it asked for my mortgage and it asked for what else? My insurance. So my thoughts are, would a consumer really want to put that type of information in the app?
That's a good question. Let me give you, you probably don't want to hear what I'm about to say, but I'll give you an example. I created a product years ago. It's called the Video Case Evaluator for attorneys, where they could find us, click on a link, send us their case. I'd have an attorney look at it. He'd touch the video and could record a response. I thought I was going to be rich. Well, nobody went and sent their damn video. They didn't know where they were sending it and all that. So to touch on yours, that is to be determined. As long as it's not a block, as long as you don't have something that will stop you, like, oh, I'm sorry, we need your mortgage or we need your insurance or all that stuff. But the overall, I think the overall value of the mobile app is agents understanding it and getting it into the hands of the consumers. As simple as that is, most agents just forget about doing that. It's got to be simple.
Right. So I'm looking at it. So Okay, so it did my evaluation good. And now I'm just gonna scroll down because the only other, next thing I can do is says go to market trends. But what else can I do on this? I'm not really seeing some of the things that you were showing.
Yeah.
Like your seller's report and stuff like that. Is that on this app already, or do we have to put it on?
It's supposed to be. Barbara, are you in California?
I'm in Texas.
Texas. So I guess Texas and California. I don't know how many people ended up getting it. I commented that it was clunky for me initially. If it's going to be a mobile app, man, it's got to be good. You've got some competition out there. Redfin, Zillow is on top of it. Try and imagine Zillow is got all of our sellers. They're all in there getting daily upgraded report. They don't want another app unless we can articulate the value. That means we're going to have to learn the damn thing and then get it in their hands and have them want to do it. Barbara, any other, so you're saying you're not able to get to a search tool, for example, from the value?
Yeah, I am on the search tool. I am searching. It is pulling up properties, so I have that. And then, the other thing it gives me is saved home, saved searches, share Barbara's app, profile, which I guess is my person as a consumer. That's the consumer profile. And then it says my agents, plural. And when I click on that, there's a bunch of agents.
Wait, hold on. Go backwards. Share app. Can you text that to me right now?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, text it to me. My number is 310.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
Because that may be what we're looking for. Now that we're in, we may have a private app so they don't have to F around with it. I'm 310 600 4484.
Okay, so yeah, it looks very consumer friendly, but it doesn't
Here it is.
appear to be
Let me see.
agent
Okay,
branded.
this is branded for you. Oh, wow. Looks really nice. Looks nice here, Barbara. I'm glad you did that. Download Barbara's app now. Oh, yeah. This is a much better way to get in than I did. What I got from KVCore did not look this good. So what's interesting is we have to get the consumer over the hump here. So Barbara, I would 100% grab this link from this. You know how to do that?
Yeah.
And I'd start, you know what I would do? Go. Your first line of defense is go to people you know that you're very friendly with and say, hey, very excited. Would you try this for me and
Check out my new app and let me know what you think.
Yeah, and then that way you'll be able to get the follow-up. But I like this. This looks very nice. Oh wait, it went to the wrong thing. It looks, oh, you can't see it. It looks good, and it's pretty it wants me to download the app, and it goes right here to the 360 home. So I think we're on. Listen, anytime technology has something that's a value for the agents, for the consumer, we want to be the first ones to get it in the hands of clients. If we can find a way to get that in front of thousands of our people, that's going to be great. So that would take a dedicated ad campaign, which I'm going to be on like a bum on a ham sandwich, I like to say, trying to get people anywhere near. Now, I'm not an active agent. I have been active for over 15 years. I haven't sold a home. But I do want to, I am licensed in California, and I'm still going to want to get people on the app and see, because that could be the simplest part of KVCore. I don't know the level many of you are using the KVCore at, but it is a great product, and it has some simple tools in there. Real quick, I'd love to see kind of a show of hands or a comment about Make It Rain. Just the overall thing. Is it worth it or not? What do you guys think?
I like it. I've used it before and I've liked it. I've gotten good results with it.
What about you, Sandy?
I have not used Make It Rain yet.
Okay.
I was looking at it last night, as a matter of fact, but I have not used it.
Lori, what about you? Eric?
This is Lori. I could.
Oh, okay. Lori, what about you?
No, I
You
have
tried
not.
it?
I have not tried it yet either.
Okay.
I guess I've read so much about it on work group, and people have commented and stuff, and it's been more negative than positive.
Yes, that's where I was going. Yeah, it is tricky. You know, as an ad agency, we run targeted ads for our clients, and it's a lot of work to get the right words, determine if you're going to go to Google, if you're going to go to Facebook, you're going to go to Instagram, where you're going to get those leads. And right now, Google is really definitely the place to go. YouTube ads can work also, but they need to be 15 or 30 seconds. But it is an easy feature, and there are other. Have any of you, just real quick, Barbara, of course, use the seller lead generation function with KVCore?
No, I haven't used it.
I have.
How was it?
In terms of what, like sending them a market report?
Well, no, the seller lead generation. They have a Make It Rain type tool for sellers. Did you try that?
No.
Okay.
I've done the other one, the
Make It Rain.
no.
Oh, I know, the offers.
Yes.
Yeah. Did that work at all?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Any other comments on Make It Rain, on seller leads? And in closing, what do you guys think is I'll start with Barbara, the best thing about KVCore and the worst thing? Barbara, what do you think?
Oh, I think KVCore rocks. I'm still learning how to use it. Hang on just a second, but I use the landing pages, and I get very good responses to my just landing pages. I get new leads every time I do landing pages. All I do is put them in Facebook. I don't even put them in LinkedIn. And I get new leads. So
And what's the offer that you're creating on the page?
a property.
For a particular, so you're actually
I'm doing
advertising, are you
spruce pages.
other people's listings or yours?
I do other people's listings.
Okay. What about you, Sandy? What's your favorite and worst thing about KVCore?
I actually love
Good.
KVCore.
2 for 2.
Yeah, I love the CRM. I love the context. When to call, when not to call, send them this, send them that. And I've gotten some great responses back from it.
Excellent.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
Bill,
Yeah.
I want to go back to this app because I'm an app as a consumer, and it still gives me the choice. So here's a couple of things that need to be changed. It still gives me a choice to switch agents, to choose another agent.
Wow.
That needs to be removed. Okay.
Yeah, that is not good. Why would you?
Right.
Oh, that's lame.
I mean, I like all these agents, they're super sweet, but I need an agent of choice. The other thing, it is not giving me those consumer offerings. It's not giving me the buyer's guide, the seller guide, any of that I'm not seeing in this app.
Mhm.
Okay, it's only giving me a search tool and a home evaluation tool or value. Okay, that's it. So
Yeah, it's got to do more than that. It's really got to bring a value because it's being touted as the relationship tool, right? From cradle to grave, right? I mean, that's kind of what they're trying to say, that this will stay with them, and that could make sense if it's bringing them great value. But from what I hear you saying, there's a few pieces that you're not sure about. Barb. I think we lost Barb. Anyway, are there any other questions, concerns? All right. I think we're going to cut it there. I hope you appreciated this. You can always reach out to me if you have any additional questions. Bill Kerbox, 310-600-4484. If you're in the luxury market and you want to know how to get the bigger luxury market, let me know. I actually just did a video for a $177 million property in Malibu. And a lot of my clients deal with the 25 to 50 million, a lot of 10s and 5s and all that. So if you have any questions about luxury, how to get it, how to use KVCore, what things we're doing, we are video. Kerbox Media is the primary video company in the country, and we'd love to talk to you. So thanks for tuning in.